Hello, welcome to my channel, Manifest with Mama Muchka. Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm going to talk more nervous system, about the nervous system, because I think it's just so important. I want to start getting some more videos on my channel explaining the I am and self-concept and that stuff. But to have a good foundation of understanding what's going on in your nervous system will just help. I feel like this is a really, really, really important foundation that's often overlooked because, especially with like the SP, we get broken up with or we want somebody and we dive right into techniques. I want them. I want them. I want to get them. I want to get them. And you're diving right into, and this, you hear the success stories, this stuff works. But you skip understanding what's going on, and then months go on and you're wondering why nothing worked. It's because this stuff was skipped over, in my opinion. It's not explained well. Because people don't click on this stuff and watch this stuff. Okay, so this is about the echo effect. And okay, so you understand identity work. You understand that your imagination creates your reality. You understand you got to step into make a decision, step into your new reality. I am that I am. I am in a romantic relationship with my SP. I am a millionaire. I am a movie star. I am a famous musician. I am in my new house. Whatever your desire is, so you're doing your I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. I am worthy. I am the prize. I am chosen. And you're stepping into your new identity. And you could be whatever. You're doing your SATs for your identity to be in that reality, to manifest that in. You're doing your affirmations. You're going in your imagination, trying to live in the end as much as possible. And then you notice, time's going on. It hasn't happened yet. Or even here's another thing, because this happens to me, is some things are very fast. Like, boom, boom. I get, very fast, manifest some stuff really fast, other things much slower. So, with the echo effect is while you are in your I am, in your new identity, in your higher self, and you are selecting that new reality. So you've shifted over to the new identity. You've shifted over to the new reality. This is who I am. I am now this. There is a lag for the 3D to catch up. And I know I've watched tons of videos on this. They say, oh, there's a lag, just persist. I dug deeper because I just wanted answers to what's going on. I guess I'm a nerd like that. So this is what I have uncovered and found and unfolded. When you have childhood traumas, you have past rejections, you have whatever, plus also just, let's say you were born into a really poor family. You were born into divorce family. There was a lot of negativity, a lot of limited beliefs. You have, and I don't know how old you are, like me, I'm in my 40s. So I have 4 decades of that I've had to overwork of limited beliefs and traumas. I have a lot of traumas in my childhood. My mom died. My dad deserted us. Before my mom died, my dad took off, moved to another state. So I got double abandonment. I was in a physically, emotionally, very abusive marriage for 10 years. And then he was even, after the divorce, he was still abusive. He's abusive to my kids. So there's a lot of trauma in my nervous system. Lots of limited beliefs that I've had to overwork. What happens? So when you have a lot of trauma, if you have a lot of trauma, even if you don't have a lot of trauma, let's say that you had a really good, happy childhood too, because there's all ranges of people. You have myelin coating on your nerves, these myelin coating, and with trauma, they become thicker. Over the years, they become thicker. So when you start going into the new identity and you're going into the new story, your old story, your old beliefs, they're firing. There's a faster electrical firing of the old story. It's when you say, I am loved, your old or your current nervous system is going, no, you're not loved. No, you're not loved. No, you're broke. No, you're broke. No, you're broke. And because manifesting is effortless. Manifesting is manifesting who you are inside. And that's how this plays in together. Because your nervous system is still saying, you're not worthy. You're not loved. You're broke. You're broke. SP hates you. SP broke up with you. SP blocked you. SP is with another person. This is impossible. This is never happening. So that is what's still firing. That's what you're still emitting out. So, yes, your old identity fires faster than your new identity. So that's what's going on. Then I wanted to also talk about, there's a thing called and I always say this wrong, sorry, amygdala. I hope I'm saying it right. My English isn't a strong suit for me. I've always struggled with English. It's since a kid. I was like in special classes when I was a kid with English. I'm really mathematical brain. So, and I had to take like speech classes. So I know I've had comments in the past on my channel that I say words wrong. And I have been trying to work on selecting a reality where my English is better. I have been, but with my traumas in me, it takes a while to rewire. So your amygdala is your brain's fear detector. So when you start affirming, I am loved, I am back with SP, I am a millionaire, I am abundant, I am chosen, I am worthy, I am good enough. Your amygdala says, where is it? I wrote it down somewhere. It's on all, the brain is only protecting you from the unfamiliar. So your amygdala goes, that's unfamiliar. So I'm going to send you anxiety. I'm going to send you body tension. I'm going to send you emotional resistance. I'm going to send you intrusive thoughts against this new story, against these new affirmations, against this new identity that you're trying to take in. So then there's also the hypothalamus, which keeps the body chemically addicted to old emotions, which creates more body resistance. So they're both, and I'll go more into this stuff because there's another one too. There's another part of your brain that does stuff too that I didn't want to make this like a super long video. So what do? This is what you do. So when you it makes it easier to relax, and it makes it easier, at least for me, it made me like be able to relax and like not get so hung up on like, why isn't this happening, or like what's going wrong, or am I doing this wrong, when I started really understanding this stuff. Because then I'm like, oh, I'm just rewiring. So repetition is key. Repetition, repetition. So this is why they say persistence, 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 because the brain needs repetition in order to, because your body is literally breaking down that myelin connections and building different pathways. This is like all with that like neuroplasticity. So this is, I don't know, like, it's not, I don't know how much this stuff has been studied with like actual manifesting. And I'm not a psychologist or like a neuroscientist, so I don't know like 100% facts. I'm just going off like a few things that I like Googled and read some articles and stuff. Is I got kind of some bad news to share. I'm sorry, but because I've noticed that because I've read so many success stories at this point. I love success stories and like looking at them like and there's some people that can like manifest their desires in a month, a week, a few days, and then there's other people they're at it for a couple of years. Like I have talked about Missy Renee before. I love Missy Renee. She had an extremely traumatic trauma childhood, lots of abandonment. It took her the second time to get her now husband back, 3 years. And I think a lot of it had to do with this because her body needed a rewire, like literally needed a rewire. But she kept at it. She kept at it. And she did do a lot of revision, and I think I need to do a video on that because I think revision, once your body like accepts the new story, then you're not reacting from your body stops reacting from the old story, because that's another thing that your body is doing. But it's not your fault. This is just like automatic. It's just like how your heart is just automatically beating. Well, this stuff is automatically happening. Your amygdala is like automatically saying fear, fear, fear to this new story, and your hypothalamus is like saying like nope, we're not taking on this new story. Nope, we're not taking on this new story. And nope, we don't want to be in this identity. Nope. So it takes the repetition until your body, and here's the key, as your body rewires and as you keep saying the new story over and over and over and over and over and over, your body finally goes, oh, this is safe. Oh, this is familiar. This is who I am now. I am this. And this is when manifesting becomes effortless. So, back to barrier, because I said that I had barrier or bad news. By what I've kind of gathered, and I don't know exact numbers, but like with success stories of people that have gotten their stuff way faster, their desires way faster, if they have very little trauma, let's say they had like a really good childhood, not a lot of traumas, parents still married, they had like maybe they had a lot of money and, pretty happy childhood, and, and they weren't bullied at school. Let's see. And they, maybe they were pretty popular and they had a lot of pretty good level of self-love. And then they find out about manifesting and they want to like manifest even more in their dream life, and they're like boom, 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 just manifesting everything, and just things are coming in. For people like that, by what I've read and come up with, it's like within I even read 3 weeks. 3 weeks to 6 months that your nervous system will take on a new identity that much faster. But if you're like me, with lots of trauma, I have lots of trauma in my childhood, like I said, abandonment, and then a lot of abuse from my ex-husband, lots of abuse, lots of bullying when I was in school, lots of bullying from my mom's family, always told me like how horrible I was, like how I spoke wrong, how I looked wrong, how I ate wrong, I walked wrong, like everything I did was wrong. So, um, this girl, lots of trauma, lots of heavy trauma in your life. It can take 1 to 3 years to rewire like decades of limited beliefs and decades of old negative thought patterns. Like for the a big one is like people unconditionally loving me for being me. Like I've been doing that for a while, or even just the I am loved. I've been doing that for I think I've been saying that I love myself for 4 years now. For 4 years now. And it took a long time for my brain to like really, my brain to like accept that and really feel that. And so like I don't want to put, because I've had arguments with, not that I've had arguments, but with a couple of my girlfriends that I am close with that we talk about manifesting a lot. They're like, yeah, but you can just, you're creating all of this, you're creating this and you're just accepting a story that this is true. But this is like actually like proven. There's like big, huge gurus that talk about this. And then I want to also bring up too, like if you studied like the yogis, gurus, Jesus even, monks, what do? They all are, they've been doing breath work for thousands and thousands of years. They do meditation, fasting. I know fasting's really big in that. Like if this stuff wasn't important, in my opinion, if it wasn't important to have like neuroregulation, then they wouldn't be doing that for hours and hours and hours, like the meditation and the breath work and stillness. The stillness. I know a lot of them they'll do stillness work. Even Neville, think of the amount of like stillness, the present moment, and the meditations and that Neville did to keep calm and I feel like, there's truth in this that I don't think can be skipped. There is, like, this is physiology. Like, this is a physiology. If you literally break your arm and your bone's sticking out, you do need to go to the doctor and get your bone put back in place and put a cast on. You can go in the identity that you have instant healing, for sure. But here's another quote. The moment the feeling becomes natural, the desire must be realized. Neville. So for a normal person, just saying, because I don't feel like I'm at the level of Jesus or the level of a monk. To me, it doesn't feel normal if I were to break my bone, literally, that was sticking out of my arm, like a bad break, and they have to put it back in, maybe even pin it and put a cast on it. It doesn't feel natural to me that I can just wake up tomorrow, my bone is healed. Done. Now, do I feel that I can go in the identity that it heals faster? Absolutely. Now that feels natural to me. Like I feel like I could send it love and I could get my bone to heal way faster. Absolutely. But and same with like this stuff. Like if you want to work on, like if you're realizing, yeah, I have a lot of trauma and you want to go into the identity of you're healed or that your nervous system is healing, do it. I do feel, and you send your nerves love. I send my body love. I send my nervous system love. Yes, absolutely. It can speed things up for sure. Absolutely. So, but it's just, I just feel like just saying like this isn't true, that you're just making this all up, is just prolonging addressing this stuff. And I mean, because I did it. I ignored this stuff last, like forever ago, I ignored this stuff. And now, and I said it in my other video about the body, how, you might not have your desire because of your body. When I started really addressing this stuff and really taking neuroregulation seriously and getting into parasympathetic, and also I keep on repetition. I'm an affirmation person. I love affirmations. I am manifesting so much faster now. But see, I've also put in the time of rewiring. So, that's why I think there's some like crazy things that's been happening in that I've been like boom, boom, boom manifesting. So, wanted to explain that. If you got any questions, have a comment below. Please ask questions because I know this stuff is not talked about enough. All right. And two, if you need to hire a counselor that understands all this stuff and help work with you, because this also has to tie into too with like vagal nerve and stuff. I didn't bring up vagal nerve in this video. But it's important. It's important to understand this stuff. Like there's a reason Jesus meditated, the monks meditate, gurus meditate, the yogis meditated, breath work, and all this. Like regulation and getting your body to take on the new identity is very important. Very, very, very important. I mean, it's important to understand the I am. Yes, your I am creates with your mind, but your body needs to take on the identity too. It's all processed together. So, all right, I'm going to stop there. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.